The equation negative 3x squared minus 4y squared equals 1 defines a ellipse, circle, parabola, or hyperbola. When you see these terms, ellipse, circle, parabola, hyperbola, you're almost always looking at conic sections. Just a conic sections problem. And whenever you're dealing with conic sections, you have the equation, bang, this equation. It's given to you on the in the study guide, or the handbook. And what you can do is you can get this in the form of that equation. So all you'd have to do is realize that this is a negative one, but I'll do it just cause. Whoops. There, like that. So now you know that you have an a term, which is negative 3. You have a c term, because it's a y squared. The coefficient of the y squared is a negative 4. So your c term is negative 4. And then you have an f term, which is negative 1. A negative 1 right here. And the rest of them, b, d, and e, are all equal to 0 because they don't show up on our equation. Right? Change the color for no reason. So now we can find what's called the discriminant. And what the discriminant tells us is, we'll call it discriminant D, is when it's less than 0, you have an ellipse or a circle. When D is equal to 0, you have a parabola. And when D is greater than 0, you have a hyperbola. So we need to find D, and once we find that, it'll tell us which of these it is, and it's the problem, basically. So the equation to do that is D equals this b value squared minus 4ac. Yeah, I don't actually know that one off the top of my head, but I believe this is in the handbook as well. So you would plug in your equation, your values rather. This is 0 squared minus 4, a is negative 3, c is negative 4. These 4's will cancel. These negatives will cancel, I mean. D equals, so that's going to be a negative 16 times 3, and that's going to be a negative 48. I don't know why I was thinking 42, 48. So clearly it's very negative, so that means it's an ellipse or a circle. So, equation defines ellipse or circle. Okay, so now we know that it's either an ellipse or a circle. Well, how do we know if it's an ellipse or a circle? We still need to figure that out. So the way you can tell that is that the coefficients of the squared values will be the same if they are a circle, and they'll be different if they're an ellipse. So because they're different, this is a negative 3, that's a negative 4. The equation defines a ellipse. There you go. So there's your answer.